So you want to post to the Noise social media app straight to TikTok? Here's how you do it. So if you are confused about posting on TikTok from the Noise social media app, don't worry. I'm going to show you step by step exactly where to go and how to upload your content to TikTok. And it's very similar to doing it on Instagram and YouTube as well. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to do TikTok. So I'm assuming that you've already downloaded the app. If not, go to where you download your apps and go to the Noise app. I will put it on the screen what it looks like. Go to the app, download it, and make sure that you use my code McFadden to get started. Okay, I'm assuming that you've already chosen the brands, been accepted by the brands, and you've already created your TikTok account. Okay, so now we're going to start posting on TikTok. Okay, this is going to be the same way you're going to do it for Instagram and YouTube. It's the exact same thing. So we're going to work with the Fig brand, which is a food brand. So I'm going to just go ahead and go with this brand here because it's already popped up, but you can find them by hitting this brands button by choosing the brand you want to work with, but I'm just going to work with what's already popped up. So we're going to use Fig for this example, and we're going to go ahead and accept. Okay, so I know some people do things different, and I'm going to explain to you why I do mine's the way I do it. Okay, so we're going to say, where do you want to post this? We're just going to hit TikTok. We're going to hit start building. And what it's going to do is it says, let's start downloading your images. You want to hit download. So it's going to download all of these images to your phone. And these are the images that you're going to use to put on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube. Okay. So once that is done downloading, we're going to go over here. It says you'll be switching between Noise and TikTok to post. Now, I don't do that because it does not work for me. If I go back and forth, it makes me go all the way back into the Noise app, and that does not work out for me. So I'm going to show you what I do. So we're going to go ahead and hit next. What I like to do is, first, before I get ahead of myself, it says add caption to every image. So you're going to be adding captions just like how it looks here, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and hit next. Now let me explain what I like to do. I like to go through each image and copy the caption. Reason being is when I'm going back and forth to TikTok, it makes me get right back out of the Noise app. I get kicked out of the Noise app and I have to go back in again. And that can take even longer and it's kind of a little annoying. So what I like to do is I copy the caption to my note, like my little note thing in my phone. I don't know if it's the same for iPhone, but I go ahead and hit copy the caption, and then I go to the next one. Copy caption, I go to the next one. Copy caption, I go to the next one. Copy caption, and so on and so forth. And then I copy my description as well. And then on this last page, it says, did you post this? Don't forget to copy and add the exact post description below. And then you can hit I posted once you have done it. But make sure that this is your description that's going to go in your title and in your description. So we're going to go to TikTok. But before we go to TikTok, this is what I do. I want to tell you what I do. This is going to take a little bit longer, but it's going to save you some time in the long run. What I like to do is I like to get out a sticky note or a piece of paper, and I like to go through each image. I know people do it differently, but like I said, I get kicked out and it's going to take even longer to do. So that's why I do it this way. You see the image here, it says Costco wholesale. What I do is I do a little note where I'll put like Costco, and then I put a dash, and then I put healthy or something, the first word in it. So I'll know that that goes with that, because a lot of times these images, when they come up, they don't go in the right order. And I like to keep them in order because I don't want to put a caption of something that has nothing to do with the picture. So what I do is I write, I put Costco as the picture first, and then I just put a little dash and I put like healthy or something. So I know this goes with that. Then I go to the next one. I put coconut, and then I put coconut as the, whatever the caption in, and so on and so forth. These are links. So I put I always, and I put this on a sticky note, coconut water, and then I put coconut water for this one. And then the mayo, and then avocado mayo, and so on and so forth. This is the app, and I put Fig as the app. The description, post description, you don't have to worry about that. This is what works for me, because if I don't do that, when I'm toggling back and forth, I get kicked out of the app, and it's going to take me even longer to do it. Okay, we're trying to do this faster. So now we're going to go over to TikTok. Now, this is my TikTok page, okay? This is my food with the max. This is what it's called. We're going to post now. So we're going to hit the plus button here. Okay, so we have the plus button here, and now it's on photo, so I just automatically leave it there. We're going to go over to the right-hand side where you see your image where it says Fig, and we're going to tap on that. Now we're going to pick our images. So we have the Costco, we have the coconut oil. So this one seems like it's in order. Then the links, because we're looking at our paper. Then we have our coconut water, our mayo, and then we have Fig. Next, okay? Okay, so we are on our main page, okay? So we are on the Costco page. So here is the Costco page. So remember when we wrote it on our notes, ours was supposed to say something about health. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hit text down here. And then you see my little, what is this, like a notepad right next to my emoji. I'm going to hit that, and I'm going to look for the one that says healthy, which is usually at the beginning. See where it says healthy? I'm going to hit that. Okay, then I'm going to hit done. And this is my image where it's going to go. So you want to make sure you can see the words and things like that. You can edit it and then like change the color of the words. See, so you can see it. This is just an example. You normally want to do it better than this, but you're going to go through each one. Then you go to the next one. The next one is the coconut oil, and you want to look for the cocoa. You go to text. Then you go on your little mouse pad thing, notepad. Then you see coconut oil. Okay, there's your coconut oil. Once again, you're going to do better than this. You're going to make it look a little bit nicer. I'm just giving you an example. Then you go to the next one, which is links. And that one says, go to text. And that one says, I always. And then you hit it there. And then you have it there. Once again, like I said, make sure it looks neat and you can see it on the screen. And then so on and so forth. You keep going through it until you're done. Once you're done and you put everything in, you're going to hit next. If you want to add music, you can add music. But for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to add music. I'm just giving you an example. Okay, we're going to hit next. And this is where you're going to put your description. Okay, so we downloaded the description. So we're going to go to the little mouse pad, and the description usually will have the little hashtags. Okay, see these hashtags? You're going to have foodies, healthy meals, fig, and hashtag McFadden. That is my special code to let them know that that's me. You will get a code when you sign up for Noise, and I will show you where to find that in a minute. But make sure that that code is on your video or in your description and in your title so you can get credit. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same for this. Sometimes, like on YouTube, if the information is too long, you just have to take out like the non-important stuff, but make sure you keep like the name of the brand you're working with, and make sure that you have your tag. But you want to make sure you keep it looking exactly as it, how it is, as best as you can. Okay, and then you go ahead and hit post. That's pretty much how you do it on TikTok. Now we're going to go back to the Noise app because I want to show you where you can find. See how it makes me go all the way back in? That's why it takes me a little bit longer to do it, because I use the paper route, because it's actually going to take you longer, because if you keep toggling back and forth, for me, you can try it out for yourself. It makes me go all the way back in, and that takes even longer. So I just say, once I'm in there, I'm going to just start I just make little notes, small notes. It doesn't have to be a sentence to know, so you'll know which image goes in the correct order, because a lot of times when I do stuff, it does not show up correctly where it's not in order how it's supposed to be, because you don't want to say something like walking and then you have something talking about something totally different. You want to make sure that the captions match with the image. Okay, so let's go so I can show you where your special code is, so they'll know it's from you. Okay, so you have your account. See where it says McFadden? You hit this little gear thing at the top, this like little gear looking thing, and you see here you can tap it to change it if you want to change it. I just left mine's. You can change it every 7 days. Okay, but we're going to go back. That is where your image is. But when I was talking about how you make sure your accounts are connected at the beginning, you want to make sure your accounts are connected to the correct account, so they'll know where and when you're setting up to be your brands, it's going to ask you which account you want to set up, and you want to use your profile. So these are all my different ones, but I want to go back to the main page because I want to show you the part where it says you will go back and say that you posted. Okay, so we're going to go back in and do that. Okay, so I'm just going to show you. We're going to skip all of this, and then we're going to go to the end here, because you don't have to download the images. You can just skip it, but you want to go here and then you'll hit I posted. It'll usually be red. So that's how you would do it. That's how I do it, because if I'm toggling back and forth, I see people toggling back and forth. It does not work for me like that, toggling back and forth. I can't do it that way. So that's how it works for me. I like to get a little sticky note, a little notepad, and write it out. It's going to be easier to do it that way if you're having the issues with toggling back and it's making you go back into the app. Okay, it's going to take longer doing it that way. It's better to just get out a sticky note and just write it real quick. It doesn't take that long to do, and it's better for you. So hopefully this was understandable. Hopefully it made sense. If you need help with anything else, please let me know in the description down below so I can help you out. Hopefully this video made sense, and I hope you have a blessed day. Take care. God bless you. Bye-bye.